Hi, I'm Deb Spring, and I'm the president of Rowing Victoria. And I've been the president of Rowing Victoria for the last 7 years. And it's a real honor and a pleasure to be speaking to you today. And thank you, Trudy, for giving me this opportunity. And also thank you, Trudy, for all the work that you've done with our board. Just a little bit of a background on Rowing Victoria. Rowing Victoria is the oldest rowing association in the world. This year we're celebrating 150 years. And Rowing Victoria's vision is to keep Victorians rowing for life. So whether this is through rowing, volunteering, being on the board, or participating in any way you want, sport's important. And as we age too, sports and being involved is even more important. And that's one of the key considerations for our board. Our board has gone through, like most sports, we went through COVID and we've gone through very rough times. And participation through COVID's dropped. And participation in volunteerism is dropped. And the key challenge for our board is how do we future-proof rowing? Rowing Victoria has over 8,000 participants. We are the only state in Victoria which has more female rowers than the other states. We also have the honor, through our head of the schoolgirls, to have the largest single-sex rowing regatta in the world and the largest schoolgirls rowing regatta in the world. So lots of things to be proud about, but we have challenges. How do we attract young people? How do we make it easy for people to participate? How do we have the infrastructure to do this? And how do we have a board that can support us? We can no longer just rely on entry fees or seat fees. We have to come up with alternate commercialization strategies. We need to make the sport affordable. We need to make the sport fun for everyone. And as a board, these are some of the key challenges. And boards don't often look at themselves and say, how am I performing? And as a chair, each year I actually say to my boards, how are we going to measure in the end that we've actually been effective and we've added value to the sport? And boards also don't take the time to actually look at themselves and really look and say, how do I get better? Because they're so busy looking at the business, they forget that unless we're a high-performing board walking together with a common vision and being ambassadors, we're not going to achieve what we want to do. And to do that, you need to critically assess yourselves. And yes, boards do surveys and everything else, but having someone who's an expert in this field who can come in and objectively hold these discussions is absolutely brilliant. And that's what Trudy does, to allow someone externally to come into your boardroom and open up transparently and quickly share our challenges and what we're doing and get an honest assessment is invaluable for a board if you're going to actually work together. And that's what Trudy does. Trudy comes in, and we wanted to make sure that we were performing, we were efficient, we were effective. Also, we were working collaboratively together, and we had the proper tools to do so. And Trudy, through 2 sessions, outlined to us the duties of the board. And yes, even a seasoned director like myself learned quite a bit. But more importantly, are we really working together? How do we measure that? And how do we ensure that? And is that working together really working towards the same common goal and for the benefit of our members? And the framework she provided in terms of actually all the key aspects a board should be considering and considering annually and doing it in an objective way, because we assessed ourselves every year and thought we were doing a great job, really highlighted areas where we could strengthen our effectiveness and what we're delivering. Trudy also provided an excellent decision framework, because we have some key challenges that we're trying to face. Again, as I said, to increase participation and our revenue streams. And Trudy provided us with a decision framework that objectively let us consider the opportunities, assess them, and then as a board, reach consensus to come through these decisions. Trudy did this a few months ago, and look, the board is already seeing the difference. In fact, they want to rebook Trudy to come back in again to say, how else can we improve even further? But this board is firing, and this board is actually starting to make a difference, and we're getting that feedback from our members. And this was through the work that Trudy did with us through the 2 workshops. And yes, it's a big investment for a board to look at itself and to take that much time out, but we've got the ROI. And more importantly, our sport does, our board does, and we're starting to future-proof rowing. So thank you very, very much, Trudy. You're absolutely fantastic. And if anybody wants to contact me to talk about the work that our board did, how we did it, and how Trudy facilitated this and helped us, I'm very happy to be contacted. You can get my details through Trudy. So I hope you found this helpful. We have found it very, very helpful. And for all your opportunities that your boards are facing, I wish you all the best for the future. Thank you.